Jim Gordon here in the offices of the Richmond Sentinel. Time for another edition of Richmond Stories. Well, joining us now for the first time on our show, I'm very excited about this, to have, these two are part of a super couple of daytime drama. It's Lauralee Bell, it's Michael Damian, you know them, also as Christine Cricket Blair and Danny Romalottie. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Hey.
We love that title, super couple.
Yeah.
It was so big in the 80s and even in the 90s. And like now, nobody really, I mean, they say supermodel or whatever, but very few super couples. So when we were presenting at the Emmys last year, it was part of our intro and we were like, we'll stand up here for a while.
Yeah.
So,
We milked it. Yeah, they had to bring a hook out.
so thank you.
I tell you what, though, I mean, you guys all, in all seriousness, you are one of those couples they'd probably put on the pantheon of super couples. I'll start with you, Lauralee. What is it you attribute? Obviously, you're both well-liked as actors. The characters are nice, which always helps. But what is this enduring love that fans have for this couple who I can say, at the time we're taping this, are happier than they've ever been? Lauralee, you pick it up from there.
I mean, I think people like, young women would root along with me and imagine themselves also maybe trying to date Danny Romalottie. When Cricket was young, it was like, is this even possible? He's a little bit older. There's groupies everywhere. I mean, not that much, like just a wee bit older. And so I think they were rooting for me, but secretly kind of, knowing that this could happen for them as well. And it started off as a friendship. And in real time, we grew from friends to, he asked me out on a date perhaps. We don't remember anything. And then maybe you sang to me a few thousand times this far away from my face. It's not easy to do when Michael Damian singing a love song.
It's terrifying, I think, at some point.
And then, it just progressed. So I think because it was a gradual thing and everyone got to see our playful, fun, romantic courtship, an old term. I think they fell in love with love.
Yeah, and Michael, jump in here, because I think the fans have grown up with you. We've all grown up with you. Michael, jump in here. What is it about these two people that we just love and want to see together no matter what?
Well, I think that, as Lauralee said, I mean, the arc is incredible. Right? What your dad created was like, it was brilliant. I mean, he created this, these two characters and the storyline that had this amazing arc and so much fun. And we had, there were so many spontaneous scenes that felt very organic and almost like we've watched them because sometimes they'll put them up on social media and we're thinking, wow, do you remember that scene? That was really fun and really spontaneous and it made it real.
Yeah, I think that's it. And we're all of a certain age where we don't have time in the episode to get into hairstyles.
But I would love to. I mean, that was like...
We could talk about it for hours.
Don't get me started on that.
We could talk about different sprays.
I'll never forget. Lauralee's dad calling is like, I just want to talk to you about something. I'm like, oh, he's got something important to tell me. This is interesting. What is it? It's like, can you please get a haircut?
Yes.
My hair was so big in the... You remember how big my hair was? It was
yes. We were all trying to wear our hair like you, Michael, back then.
When I watched now I watch those episodes, your dad was so right. I mean, what was wrong with me? I mean, I had a mullet, a pre-mullet. It's not...
It was perfect for
not very
Danny back
sexy.
then. I had a lot to grab onto.
That's right. You guys touched on those little moments that you have as actors, and that's really a big part of it. One of the things I always make a point of asking actors who on daytime, nighttime, long-running shows or long-running franchises on film is that how do you keep it, especially in daytime where I call it a fitness center with what you guys do acting-wise. How do you keep it fresh, and can you talk a bit about you and your connection with the writers? Obviously you both really know the characters that you play really well, but is there a synergy between you and the writers after all these years? And again, talk about adding freshness that you do and as a challenge as an actor.
Well, I mean, just in terms of freshness, last week we were very tight on time, and it was like, guys, we're going straight to tape. So, I mean, talk about a freshness. Like, I just learned this last night or the night before, and now we're going straight to tape. I mean, there's just this adrenaline rush with the speed that we have to maintain. So even though it's the same character, you're getting a new script constantly. So
Yeah.
the freshness is there.
Hey, we should also say, I would like to add, all modesty aside, that you're talking about being on the show a long time, but when you are on, the ratings go up. And I was reading the other day that when you did a crossover appearance on your, I guess I'll call it your sister show, Bold and the Beautiful, the ratings went up there. So there you are after all these decades, and
No
fans.
one's ever really pointed that out. That's very sweet.
Thank
Yes.
It's
you.
not us. It would have been,
Told you
it would have
those
been a
6
great
fans.
commercial they put on.
Those 6 fans, when they watch, I'm telling you, there's a spike. Nielsen's spike, 6 fans
Okay.
came in.
In all seriousness, we do have the best fans. Like,
Oh, yeah, they're
like,
incredible.
We feel very lucky in this day to have sort of that group
Yes.
who back us. Like when there were sort of like fan clubs and things like that in the 90s or whatever. God bless Brenda Grapevine and we like they call themselves the Bug Squad because I'm Cricket, who literally push, when we come on and do countdowns and all of that. So
They're amazing.
there was a lot of pressure going over to Bold and Beautiful because there was like, oh, you guys are coming over, it's going to be so fun. And there was that hint of like, will you bring over some Y&R people? We don't know. We have to hope. And people definitely came through for us. So we really thank them and appreciate that.
Having covered Kate Linder, who of course to our viewers plays Esther, her charity tea thing up here for many, many years, up till COVID. Yeah, I've seen the fans up close. They are very passionate, and they also really speak their mind as well about certain things, good and bad, when it comes to your characters. Hey, I want to mention just a few more things before we wrap up. Some people may not know that you both professionally are award-winning artists in a lot of different fields. Lauralee, looking at a lot of the stuff that you
Definitely
do.
Michael Moore, but that's
Painting?
nice.
But you're both, I mean, I know a lot of my friends who watch your show follow everything you do, Lauralee, online. I think fans love to see what's going on behind the scenes. But you both do a lot of things. Michael, as Lauralee mentioned, a lot of writing, producing, and directing of shows. And Michael, I got to give you kudos because I was DJing in a bar when this came out. You accomplished something which is not a guarantee, and that is to take a classic song, do it again, make it your own, and it's still good. And I'm talking about your #1 hit in Billboard with Rock On. So well done on that.
Incredible.
Oh, thank you. I'll sing it for you later when we go off the air, okay?
Well, okay, that's good. And Lauralee, I got to mention the legacy that you have with your folks.
Yes.
Your dad, your late dad, your late mom, they created this show. Your dad was a pioneer in daytime TV in terms of revolutionizing storylines. But I want to make a note of this because I've always known this, but I don't think a lot of people know this. Your mom was Oprah before Oprah was Oprah. And I'm
Gosh,
talking
she was
about your mom.
She was so good at what she did.
Yeah, tell our
The
viewers a
Queen
little bit
of
about that.
Chicago. We couldn't go. It's funny because everyone associates our family with the shows, of course. But in Chicago, on a Sunday, I would just want to go to the mall with my mom and grab a sweater for school. And we couldn't go anywhere without people stopping her. And she was so gracious that she would never be like, "I'm so sorry, I'm with my daughter," like a quick wave. She would stop, find out where they were from, how it should be.
Hey, listen, I know you guys are busy and we've managed to not talk about storylines. I'm sorry to our fans out there, we cannot, but I want to say this. This is the tagline, folks. Does Danny make it home in time to ring in the new year with Christine? I want to get this right, too. Canadian
He's smart, he does.
Yes.
Well, let's hope he does, or we may not run this segment again.
Oh, what if he comes back to General City and doesn't see her?
Yeah, exactly.
No, we've been
we
together
wanna-
now before.
We want to say to our viewers watching in Canada that you can check this important moment out December 27th and the 30th. If you are like a lot of my friends do, they watch the US feed. You can check that out December 30th and the 31st. Thank you both. Happy holidays, and really enjoyed you being a part of the show today. We look forward to seeing everything that your characters do next year.
We appreciate this so much, and we love our Canadian fans.
Yes.
We're so grateful, so grateful.
Thank you so much.